Amigos, pues ahora los famosos scams digitales con AI, etcétera, se han incrementado de una forma impresionante en Estados Unidos e incluso más ahora en este último año, diría yo.
Hey, just a horrifying heads up. 10% of Meta's overall profit from 2024 came from scam advertising. So if you're on Facebook, Instagram, or anything like that, and you think, oh, I'm going to purchase something, don't.
I opened my fucking bank account when I got home and it was completely wiped. Everything. -$100. I'm like, what the fuck? And this is the guy that stole my identity right here. He's at fucking Jimmy John's buying a sandwich. He spent $10.45 because he was hungry from stealing all of my shit all day. $50,000 gone. Like, that's a shitload of money. But I can reclaim it back. You just file for fraud. Most banks will give it back to you. Most credit cards will give it back to you. I'm canceling the bank account and he's reopening them because he has all my information because it's in the Apple ID that Apple won't give back to me because he changed the password and added some code to it. And this happened as I'm getting into an Uber in Nashville. There's 2 people in it. My first mistake, as I'm getting out, I realized I checked my shit. It's all gone. I have no idea how they even got access to the Apple ID portion of it, but apparently this happens all the time in that city. Then started wiring themselves tons of money. The next day applying for credit cards, loans, completely draining all my stuff from my bank account and then my credit, and then now opening up lines of credit and then loans. Your worst nightmare. But if it was just that, I can eventually get that money back. But because I can't even access my own personal documents, this person can prove they're me more than I can prove that I'm me. This is Julian, I'm me, not this guy right here. This is me, and I'm pissed. I'm mainly frustrated with Apple because they just are refusing to give me access to what is mine, despite the fact that there's a police record, there's ongoing investigation, Homeland Security's on. But Apple's like, yeah, sorry, you changed the code. But that's why I'm making this video, because the internet never ceases to amaze me in situations like this. If you can help me find this guy, get my phone and Apple ID back, I will pay you $5,000 cash, no questions asked. And if you can connect me with an attorney that would know how to get the Apple ID back, someone that specializes in identity theft, fraud, and cybersecurity, that would be amazing. And also, please, learn from my pain, guard your stuff, be extra paranoid. You never know if this stuff could happen to you. And something like your Apple ID, although it might not seem like a lot, I have lost all my memories from the last few years, all my passwords, notes, everything I've ever written down, everything that's like tied to me, gone. I would hate for that to happen to you. So, yeah, internet, do your thing, please.
Estamos viendo que las empresas o que los bancos están batallando para poder comprobar la identidad de sus propios clientes. Aquí les dejo una declaración de Wells Fargo. En el mundo digital actual, los estafadores utilizan herramientas avanzadas como la inteligencia artificial para que las estafas de suplantación de identidad sean más difíciles de detectar. Se puede falsificar el identificador de llamadas, se pueden falsificar los correos electrónicos, se pueden clonar las voces y se pueden alterar las imágenes. Esto hace que las medidas de seguridad actuales de Wells Fargo sean vulnerables. Por ejemplo, el banco utiliza el reconocimiento de la voz del cliente como medida de seguridad para proporcionar acceso al servicio de atención al cliente en relación con la cuenta de un depositante. Los estafadores son solo un problema, los hackers son otro, porque pueden robarte tu identidad, pueden robar la cuenta, pueden robar toda la pensión que tengas ahí, pueden clonarte tarjetas de crédito, pueden hacer muchas cosas, ¿no? Entonces, amigos, aquí vemos claramente cómo una supuesta solución a un problema, yo no sé a qué problema, de tanta IA, tanta digitalización, la vida iba a ser hermosa con tanta digitalización, más fácil, más rápida. Dense cuenta que es el mismo choro cuento que nos han inventado durante décadas, ¿no? Vas a tener microondas para que todo sea más rápido y más práctico y ya tengas tiempo de trabajar, de esclavizarte. Bueno, ya está el microondas y nada. Vas a tener tele para que todo sea más fácil que una radio y puedas tener acceso a la información más fácil. ¿Y qué pasa? ¿La gente ya es más feliz y todo? Pues no. Ya vas a poder volar en avión para que puedas llegar más rápido a tu destino y ahorres tiempo. ¿Y de qué sirve tanto ahorrar tiempo? Dense cuenta que es el mismo mecanismo, redes sociales, para que todo sea inmediato, para que tengas tiempo para hacer qué. Mientras la raíz de todo sea el dinero, ninguna nueva tecnología va a solucionar ningún problema, al contrario, va a crear más problemas.
Did you know there's a new banking scam? And motherfuckers tried to get me yesterday, but since I'm suspicious of everything, it didn't work. And I'm going to share it with you right now because you need to share it with all of your family and friends. They're getting good. So here's what happened. You know how your bank will send you those text messages for fraud alerts if you have a weird charge? Well, I got one yesterday. Here it is. Looks exactly like the one sent from my bank, so I replied no because I am not in Portland, Oregon, I'm in East Tennessee. I do wish we had a Target though. Bank calls me back, starts asking me all of the normal questions. They tell me they're gonna stop the charge at Target, but there's also been several bill pays that were done yesterday and a few payments to random people. Then they wanted me to go into my online banking app, and this is when the red flags went up. They said that in order for me to stop payment on these random people, I would need to go into my pay a person portion of the online banking app and do a test run so they could verify my identity. I'm sorry, what? You want me to add you as a contact to my pay a person? Yeah, that's not happening. When I said absolutely not and told them that was never going to happen, the line went silent. I then hung up and called my bank directly and started asking them questions. They confirmed that this is a new scam and that if I had added them and sent them even 1 penny, their systems would have been able to link to my account and drain it. So here's the warning. If you receive a text from your bank about a fraud alert of any kind, or if anyone calls you saying that they are from your bank, hang up the phone and you call your bank directly. 99.9% of the time, the bank is never going to call you. You need to call them. And I'm putting this out there because it is so heartbreaking to me to know that there are people who will fall for this and have their money stolen. So for added measure, I updated my password and I'm now heading into the bank to get a new debit card because that card's been locked.
Y'all, the scammers are getting smarter. I placed an order from DoorDash for lunch today, and as I was waiting for it, I got a call from who caller ID said was DoorDash order. So I answered, because sometimes I get calls when like my order is canceled or something like that. So answer it, and it says it's somebody from support, and my order has been canceled, but they're trying to reactivate it for me, and they just need some information. And I was like, well, I need to go. Like, I can't wait for this to be done. And this person would not take no for an answer. They're like, no, I'll just do it. And I was like, okay, whatever, fine. I got annoyed. So he asked for my email address. I actually gave him my husband's, which is on the account. And he was typing it in. I heard him and I was like, wait a second, shouldn't you have my email address? So I said, hold on. He was asking me about my phone number at that time. And I was like, this sounds like a scam. Like, what's going on? And this guy hung up on me. So I reached out to DoorDash support. Come to find out, they didn't call me. So this was a scammer that somehow knew that I ordered. So keep your eyes out, y'all. The scammers are getting smart.
A new scam that's going around that you need to be aware of, and it's a good one. One that would have gotten me, one of my family members, or even one of my loved ones. You're gonna get a package delivered to your home. It may be a box, it may be a padded envelope. It will be addressed to you with your information on it, and it may or may not have a sender address on it. Cool, somebody has sent me something. You open up the package. Inside is a QR code that you need to scan to find out what your gift is. The instant that you scan it, you have handed over every single piece of information you have on your phone. And I mean everything. We're talking about your passwords, your text messages, your photographs, your emails, your banking information, everything, including access to your cloud and local devices. And time may pass and you may think, oh, they didn't get me. I scanned the QR code, but I'm totally fine. Nothing happened. They may literally just be sitting on the access or monitoring your activity. These scammers are becoming incredibly clever and finding so many different ways to access your information. And don't put your head in the sand. Don't think, oh, this could never happen to me, because it's literally happening to people every single day.
Y ahora también se han reportado en Estados Unidos casos de le hacen como trampas a mujeres en estacionamientos, o incluso cuando venden cosas en el marketplace, que las quieren secuestrar para pues, hacerles quién sabe qué. Y son cosas que antes no se escuchaban en Estados Unidos. Son cosas que en México desafortunadamente ya escuchamos desde que soy niño básicamente. Pero bueno, nos damos cuenta cómo ya el problema ya explotó incluso en el jefe del mundo.
There have been multiple abductions lately from women who are getting a knock on the window while they're in a Starbucks parking lot, while they're at Target parking lot, mall parking lots. When they are sitting there, have their windows up, make sure you lock your door, because they're knocking on your window and telling you you have a flat tire. They want you to get out of the vehicle because they're going to abduct you. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Don't even roll your window down a little bit. Don't. Just give them the thumbs up. If they continue to try to get you out of the vehicle, because that's what it seems like they're doing in all of these incidents, honk your horn as many times as you can. Draw as much attention as you possibly can to you. And supposedly they are flattening your tire with a knife so that you do have the flat tire. Okay, cool. All right, cool. If you feel endangered in any way, reverse, go forward. Doesn't matter what you do. Ride that rim out. Ride it out. Your life is more precious than the rim anyway. Okay, so don't let them win.
Okay, I was just trying to sell a couch from my apartment, and this video should get attention for the safety of women everywhere. I was messaging a woman on OfferUp to come and get the couch, and it was, she was delayed like a half hour. I was like, hey, like I only came back to sell the couch. I have to leave again. Like, please let me know your ETA. So she knew that I was leaving again. And when she showed up, she spoke no English with a very large, intimidating man. And they were disappointed with the color of the couch, and they were trying to bargain me down, and I just said no. And the smell coming off this man left a stench in my apartment when he left. So I was like, okay, I am a little on edge. They're like unhappy about the price, but I don't need to give this to you. Like, you said what you said and you don't want it, that's fine. And So they left, and she kept talking to him in Spanish, and I was about to grab my bag to leave, and I noticed that they weren't driving away. They were right in front of my apartment building, and I was looking at the road, and I'm like, you're not waiting for cars to go by. Like, why aren't you leaving? And then they moved their car. They had parked like half a block away from my building. They moved their truck right in front of my building, parked, turned off the car, and sat there. And I was like, am I overthinking this, or are they like waiting until I'm leaving? Because she knows that I'm trying to leave and they want this couch. He said to me, we're taking this down to Mexico right now. I live close to Mexico, and I know that shit happens all the time, and you never think anything's going to happen to you. But I was like, okay, I'm by myself. They're inside my apartment. They see that nobody else is with me, and they know I'm about to leave. Why are you sitting in front of my apartment? Why did you move your truck closer to my building? Why aren't you leaving? So I'm kind of freaking out, and I call the cops, and they transfer me to the non-emergency line, and I, tell them what's going on. And then as that's happening, they drive away. And now I'm like watching my back. I'm like, are you kidding me? They can come back at any time. They can call a friend. Like, horrible. And then I'm thinking, like, they're going to Mexico right now. Like, God forbid something happened, I would be in Mexico right now and no one would know what happened to me. And that's not like an unheard of, unfortunately, thing. And it's broad daylight, Don't do these things at night. It's a large piece of furniture. I couldn't have easily met them like somewhere else. But I'm never doing that again. So be aware that you may be messaging someone on OfferUp, but someone else might come with them and it might be scary.
Y pues como siempre, amigos, mi idea con estos videos es simplemente hacer conciencia, darles un poco de malas noticias, lo siento, pero también para que estemos todos enterados de las cosas que suceden. Yo quiero darle visibilidad a esto a la gente latina en Estados Unidos, porque yo no encuentro mucha información en español interna de Estados Unidos. Entonces lo que yo quiero es darle visibilidad a los latinos, visibilidad al mundo hispano, para que nos demos cuenta de que es momento de hacer conciencia, de cambiar de sintonía, de darnos cuenta que ese mundo de la materialidad extrema, del dinero, del crecimiento, del progreso extremo, de la tecnología extrema, no nos va a solucionar nada, amigos. Pero bueno, en realidad tenemos que trabajar nuestra conciencia, acercarnos a nuestro espíritu, a nuestra alma, para dejar de desear un mundo que, lamento decirles, se los he dicho ya muchas veces, no va a volver. Entonces, pues ese es mi objetivo, ya saben, mi nombre es Kevin y les presento el nuevo sueño americano. Este es el nuevo sueño americano, lo que los enseño con estos videos todos los días. Y pues bueno, déjame en los comentarios, en especial en este video, dejan en los comentarios, comparte si has sido víctima de scam o si te han intentado hacer fraude, scam, estafa, como quieras llamarlo. Es útil que todos nos enteremos, ¿no? Así que pues nada, deja tu comentario, tu suscripción, tu like y nos vemos para el próximo video. Cuídate mucho.